Right, well, it's coming to the end of the day now. No bites as yet, but it's sort of bite time at the minute, so hopefully in the next hour or so we can get something. But I just wanted to take the time out just to talk about bait. You'll have noticed that I wouldn't have put much out throughout the day while I've been here, or yesterday really. I do bring some free bait with me. I bring this cell here. I use it everywhere throughout the summer and the winter, but I've only been putting it out at night when I leave. So they're eating it throughout the night, and then when I get here in the morning, I can cast out. Most of the bait's gone, and hopefully I can get a bite straight away. Hook baits wise, these are my get out of jails. These are the mainline IB wafters and the IB pop-ups, and I've just laced them in pineapple goo. They're extremely high attract, and I just catch on them everywhere. So for people that have got 400 pots of pop-ups with different flavours, different colours, this and that, what you're better off doing is sticking to one that you know, something that you're confident in, and something that you can catch on in winter and the summer. These I'd use more in the winter. In the summer I'd probably use a cell on the hook, but when you're fishing in the winter you want a really high attract hook bait so you can get a bite without putting much bait out at all, and hopefully that will catch you a fish or two throughout the winter. I think for me, and like most other carp anglers, the time when you feel like you've got it all right and everything you've done in advance has worked is when that buzzer goes. And that is the most exciting part about carp fishing. Obviously you want to land the fish, and it's brilliant when you get it in the net and you see what you've caught. But that moment when the buzzer goes, that's the time. Well, as you can see, the light's fading. It is last knockings. I think a lot of people would have reeled in by now to miss the traffic. But on these day sessions, you've got to make sure that your rods are in the water as long as possible, and they're the last things you pack away, because this can happen. This is such a great venue for winter fishing. It fishes like this all the way through the winter. If you make the effort to make sure you're on the fish at the right time and all your tactics are right, you can get bites. For some reason they mean so much more in the winter. I've got a big snag to my right hand side and they always quite right in here. I really just don't want it to get caught in that. I can feel it touching branches. Come out. No. I think he's out. That's better. It's on that helicopter rig we was talking about earlier with the goo hook bait over just a really small amount of bait that I put out earlier. And I'd put some out the night before, but very little amount still. So when they do turn on for the 20 minutes of feeding, you can get yourself a bite. I was lucky to get him out of that tree, but he's just under my rod tip now. Hopefully he can go in the net. Either way, it's been a bit of a result the last couple of days. It's very important, no matter what time of year, that you're confident in what you're doing. But what I said earlier about the baits, to make sure that you're confident in what you've put out, sitting there behind 3 confident rods is completely different to worrying about what you've put out, thinking that you haven't got the right thing on. But when you've got something like the pineapple goo that I'm completely confident in, as soon as the fish turn up, you think you're going to get a bite, and somehow that converts into actually catching them. Confidence is key. Right, this fish looks like it's had it now. It's a little common. Please go in the net. That is an absolute result. Oh, don't let him get out. Well, that is a brilliant way to end a couple of days at Wolverhampton Reservoirs in the middle of November. £21 14 ounce common just to finish my day. Hope you've picked up a few bits over the last couple of days just to help you go out and catch yourself a winter carp. I'm going to get this one back and get out of Negate in time. Beautiful.